the crisp edges of the gift box, a deep crimson against the pristine white of the Juve, seemed to mock me. It had taken me 3 days to choose it. 3 days of battling a tempest within. 3 days since my world tilted on its axis. 3 days since I found a lipstick-stained napkin tucked into her jacket pocket. A napkin from a restaurant I had never taken her to. Now, hidden in the dim recess of the hallway, I watched as Amelia entered the bedroom, her laughter, once the sweetest melody to my ears, now grating, like nails dragged across a chalkboard. She moved with the effortless grace I had always admired, her phone pressed to her ear, the corners of her lips curling in a smile so bright, so carefree, it made my stomach twist. But then she saw the box. Her laughter stilled. Her smile faltered. I saw the way her brow furrowed, a flicker of unease creeping into her expression. She murmured a quick goodbye and ended the call, her fingers hesitating before reaching for the gift. The lid lifted slowly, tissue paper crinkling in the silence. And then she saw it, a framed photograph, not of us, not a cherished memory, but of her, her hand intertwined with another man's, her eyes alight with laughter, seated at a candlelit table, the same restaurant as the napkin, the same man I had seen slipping out of our building late one night. His face burned into my memory, the color drained from her cheeks, her skin turning ashen, her lips parted, but no sound escaped. The delicate fingers that had once traced love notes along my skin now trembled as they dropped the lid back onto the box with a muted thud. She stood frozen, her eyes wide with the dawning comprehension of what this meant, of what I knew. I stepped into the room, my voice devoid of warmth, stripped of all the tenderness I had once reserved for her. "Happy anniversary, Amelia!" She spun to face me, panic flare in her eyes, darting between me and the damning evidence in front of her. "Daniel, I can explain." "Explain what?" My voice cut through her excuse like a blade. "Explain how many times you've lied to me, how long this has been going on. Explain how you could look me in the eye every day, knowing you were betraying everything we built together." Her lips quivered, tears welled, blurring the image of the woman I thought I knew. "It just happened. It didn't mean anything." The words, so cliché, so empty, ignited a fire in me, white-hot and consuming. "Didn't mean anything?" I echoed, my tone a razor's edge. "You think sneaking around behind my back, lying to my face, doesn't mean anything?" I gestured toward the box. "That picture, Amelia, that's just the beginning. There are more, many more, and they aren't just pictures." I let the weight of my words settle over her, watching as the last vestiges of denial crumbled. "I have everything, Amelia. Dates, times, places, enough to ensure you walk away from this with nothing." Her tears came freely now, but there was no pity left in me, only cold, unwavering resolve. "Who is he?" I demanded. Her voice was barely a whisper. "His name is Caden. He works with me." Caden, a name to go with the face. 2 days later, I walked into the sleek, modern office building where Amelia and Caden worked. I had rehearsed this moment countless times, the words searing into my mind like a brand. Finding him was easy. He stood by the water cooler, laughing, his posture relaxed, exuding the same effortless charm that had lured Amelia into his web. The same confident laughter I had heard, uninvited, in my home, in my life, I approached with deliberate steps. The laughter died on his lips the moment he recognized me. I saw the flicker of recognition, the instant understanding that this was not a chance encounter. The blood drained from his face, mirroring Amelia's reaction to the gift. "You're Caden, right?" My voice was calm, too calm. He swallowed, his eyes darting around as if searching for an escape. "Yes. Who are you?" I let the silence stretch before answering. "I'm Daniel, Amelia's husband." The words landed like a blow. His colleague, sensing the tension, quickly excused himself. Now it was just the two of us. "Look, I don't know what Amelia has told you." I cut him off with a quiet finality. "She doesn't need to tell me anything. I know everything." I reached into my briefcase and pulled out a thick stack of papers. Proof, undeniable and damning. I have all the evidence. Enough to ruin both of you. I watched as his confidence unraveled, as the reality of the situation crashed down on him like a tidal wave. Fear replaced arrogance. "Please," he whispered, "don't do this. I have a family." "So did I, Caden. Or rather, I did." I let those words sink in, let him feel their weight. "You destroyed it." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. The quiet menace in my tone, the cold steel in my gaze, was far more effective than any outburst. His world, like Amelia's, began to crumble. The whispers started, the sideways glances, the hushed conversations. Within a week, he was fired. His wife, informed of his infidelity, filed for divorce. His friends, his family, his colleagues, all turned their backs. And Amelia, she fared no better. She lost her job, her reputation, her carefully curated world. She begged me, pleaded for another chance. But the damage was done. The foundation of our life together had been shattered beyond repair. I left her with nothing but the clothes on her back and the bitter taste of her own betrayal. This wasn't about revenge. It was about reclaiming my life, about taking back the power she had stolen from me. The process was agonizing. Sleepless nights, days when I barely functioned. But I survived. I picked up the pieces, rebuilt myself brick by painful brick. The scars remain, a reminder of betrayal, but also of my resilience. I never saw Amelia or Caden again. I didn't need to. I had given them a gift far more potent than any crimson wrap box. I had given them the truth, and the truth, as they say, will set you free. It had freed me,